everyone, it's Michelle from A Noble Touch, and today we are going to do a St. Patrick's themed wreath. We're doing the flower wreath. Now, this is my center I went ahead and made for my flower. I will post a link to this video under the description portion because I did show how to make this. You're going to need some black deco mesh. This is a moss green green apple mesh is what it is. I'm going to use some buffalo check deco poly mesh, as well as some champagne color mesh for this wreath. So hopefully it'll all look beautiful when I'm done. But we're going to use that mesh. You're going to need a 12-inch wreath frame. I get this from Walmart, Dollar General, at the wreath shop. You probably find them on Amazon. There are, like I said, Craft Outlet. They're pretty standard size, the 12-inch. And then also a Doris canvas grid. This is, let me see here. This is a number 7 canvas grid. And we're just going to use that to attach to this right here. And as well, you're going to need zip ties, your wood burner if you're going to cut your mesh with a wood burner. If not, a rotary cutter is fine. The only reason I do that is to stop the fraying on the mesh. If you can see the clean edges here. If you're going to use a wood burner, you must have a glass to cover your mat, or you can use a cookie sheet, mark it out your cut lines. You can use a glass cutting board. You don't have to spend a ton of money on this. This is an old refrigerator shelf. So if you see an old refrigerator on the side of the road or something and, you know, see about taking a shelf out. And then, of course, your glue gun and glue sticks. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so here you're going to put your frame on the grid, and I just trace out the second rung from the inside, the outskirts of that. Then you're going to cut this out, and then take the grid and put it on the back side and attach with your zip ties. So I'm going to go ahead, attach with the zip ties, and we'll be back. Okay, so we went ahead and attached the grid like that on your frame. And now we're going to cut our mesh. Now here we're going to cut 10-inch pieces like normal. I lay them out, and make sure if you're using a wood burner to make sure that you have the glass underneath. Don't cut on your self-healing mat because that's just for razors, not for melting, because that will melt. Okay, what you're going to do is find your 10-inch mark, and you see how your mesh has the grids of the lines? I go and follow the line all the way down, and if it curves, just go with the curve, and then you're going to pull apart as you go, and this will melt like that. So I'm going to cut all my mesh up every 10 inches. And then once we're all done, I will let you know how much of each color was used. So we'll be back. Okay, so we have all the mesh cut up. So now it's the fun part, just creating the flower and seeing what colors we want to put together. So what I think I'm going to do here is attach the first petals to in between the two the brackets. This would be, I call this A rung, B rung, C rung, and D rung. And then from the outside, I call this 1, 2, 3 on the brackets. So, just so you can follow along, I have patterns on my Etsy shop for all of my flowers. So if you're interested in knowing how a flower is made, I do have patterns for sale there. They're not that expensive. I think what I'm going to do first is do this color combination with the check and the green. And what I'm going to do is take the check. I'm going to fold in, pinch, and twist and fold over. So you're going to see the, basically I call it the outside of the petals on top of each other. That would be the back of the petal. And then take your fuzzy sticks, cut them in half. People always complain they're pipe cleaners. Well, these are legitimately called fuzzy sticks. When you buy them, I get these from Walmart, and look for the fuzzy sticks. So, oh wait, what am I doing here? Start talking, I get distracted. So then you're going to take your green and go in like that and pinch. Instead of doing the twist and fold over, we're just folding this straight up like that. And then putting it into the buffalo plaid. And pulling down and securing. So we're going to go ahead and do this 5 more times and attach to the frame. So if you see, I'm just attaching to the 3rd rung from the inside, in between the brackets. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to finish that and we'll be back. Okay, so all those are on like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put our next fold on the first bracketed section. It's going to be that first spot right here. And I think we're going to do the champagne and black for this one. And so we're going to take the champagne and do the single fold with the champagne. Twist and fold over. And then with the black, we're going to do the side petal fold like this. I'm going to put it in here. That champagne and black is really pretty together. That would be a cute Mardi Gras. I think I know what I'm going to do for my next one. So then we're going to attach it on the first bracketed section here. Like that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this color combination and attach to the frame. Okay, so that's all put on like that. And then we're going to set this aside. In our next color combination, we're doing the green and buffalo plaid again. So, but this time we're taking the green and making that the single fold over fold. And then the buffalo plaid, we are going to make it the side petal. And go up. Like that. And here we're going to attach this on the bracketed section in front of the gold or the champagne. I hope you can see this. Let me just get this all pushed down for a second. So the second bracketed section, so the middle portion right here, that's where we're going to attach this petal. And then when you flip it over here, you're going to take the top fuzzy stick, pull it down and attach it to the second one and just twist it, and that way it stops them from moving, as well as gives you a cleaner look in the back. So we're going to go ahead and finish attaching the second bracketed section. Okay, so our next fold is going to be the champagne and the buffalo check. So you're doing the single fold with this one, with this champagne. And then we're going to take the buffalo check. And bring it up. Now this one I'm going to put on the A section, which let me stand up here so you can see. So remember that we have the two bracketed sections here. The A is going to be in the middle on the first rung between the two bracketed sections. So remember this is C, so we're doing this A right here. I know it might be hard to see for a second. All this mesh right there is where we're going to put that. And then you're going to flip it over and then attach the pipe cleaner from this fold to this one. This will stop that top one from moving around and then gives you a better finished look in the back when we're done. Okay, so for our last petal around the outer frame, we're going to do a double gold. So just doing, or I'm sorry, champagne. This is champagne, not gold. Looks a little bit alike, but so here is our last. This would be going on the section 3 of the bracketed section. I ended up moving you guys up. How do you like that? It's a little bit better than looking right at me. So the last bracketed section, that spot right there, we're going to attach this last one here. Like that. And this is just going to give us some nice hints of gold around the outer petals. And again, you're going to want to turn it over and just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and that's the last of our double petals, and then we go into our single petal folds and putting the center in. So we'll be back. Okay, so you see how everything is nice and neat on the back. Kind of flip this over. I was getting my hot glue gun heated up. Anyway, you're going to take a piece of cardboard to put it under that way so you don't get glue stuck to your table. Also, I don't know if I mentioned these in the beginning, you're going to need about 5 floral pins. These are the U-shaped pins, just to secure the center. Now, we want to make sure that when I put this in, that this is going to line up so when I hang it, it's going to hang straight, so it looks correct. So you don't want to hang it or put it in where there's a barred section. You want to put it, you know, so this is between the barred sections, because when you hang your wreath, you're going to hang right here on your outer frame. So you're going to hang in between the bracketed sections is what I'm saying. So you want to make sure that's just positioned right. Typically on the flower centers, I don't have a pattern on there, so it shouldn't be an issue, you know, how you hang it, but since this does have the shamrock on it, I want to make sure I hang it or place it properly. So just taking my glue, make sure you don't burn yourself. Of course, I gotta add a glue stick. Make sure it's, oh, of course I did that. Make sure it's in the center or close enough. You can just eye it and push down. Hold it down for a few seconds there. And then flip it over. Just kind of get the loose glue off like that. And then take your U-pins or floral pins and I put one in the middle and then one basically on each end. You want to go in on an angle on the side ones. And this just helps secure it. And you want to do it while the glue's still hot. This one. Like that. We've got everything else sticking to it. And now what we're going to do is just go ahead and do single petals around the center. Okay, so we have the center here, and now we're going to just do the single petal fold. So that's just going to be fold in, pinch, twist, and fold over like that. I'm going to use the black, the green, and the buffalo check for this. So just the single. So there's going to be no side petals with this. And what we're going to do is we're going to get right next to the ball with our mesh. So we're going to go ahead and push through the grid. And pull down. And the secure. You guys can see. Let's see, bring that in a little closer. So right there you see that's right next to the ball. So then we're going to do, I think we're going to do green, black, and then we'll do a buffalo check. And you're going to put the next one right next to the other fuzzy stick. Through the grid, pull over. This will have the petals overlapping each other, and this will all, when it's all said and done, this will keep all the petals back. So again, get close to the other petal. Pull through. check like this. So we're going to keep going with this pattern all the way around the center until we're done, and we will be back. Okay, so here's the finished product right here. One thing is, when you have the thicker mesh like this, sometimes the petals tend to come up a little bit more. So one tip you can do is cover your center with some plastic or something, and then I spray with a Elmer's glue adhesive, and then I'll flip it over, make sure that the petals are laying down nice, and set something of weight, like an iPad or something, just to kind of help form the petals back. And then, you know, for a few minutes. And it's not going to affect anything. If it gets hot, it doesn't get sticky or anything like that. So I've never had an issue with them. But anyway, if you would please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I appreciate you being here and watching. And thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Have a great day.